The Jacob Media Sports Network, in partnership with 97.3 ESPN, brings you the Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
Harry, I did something last night that I haven't done in a while, maybe years, outside of the job, of course. Now, the job always interferes with statements like this, but...
Are you ashamed of yourself as a result?
No, actually, I feel good about it.
Oh, you do?
I just know it's not a sustainable feeling. We've got a Phillies game that went 15 innings.
Yeah.
And not Braxton, but Brad Miller was a big part of it. So we have that to look at. The start of camp is right around the corner, but let's just get this out of the way now. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Okay.
Bad news for me?
Just in general.
Oh.
In the Delaware Valley. Because now we have approached, as rookies report today, and camp officially opens up today for the Eagles and a bunch of other teams.
Really tomorrow.
Well, reports, you know.
Yeah,
like,
but they start practicing tomorrow.
Well, okay.
You know? I know ESPN is going great guns over the return of football.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes. That's the reality of it, which is you are getting the return of football. And, you know, with us here in Philadelphia, just reporting, just showing up means that camp is back. So my point in all this is we have been doomed. We have been jinxed, however you want to put it. But now I'm upset. You know, before this whole thing was a joke. This whole thing was just a matter of having fun and looking at a couple of different hypotheticals about a celebrity getting his ass kicked. Even celebrity, like Z-list celebrity getting his ass kicked down in Atlantic City on some boxing match. But now, as this person, this vile scum, has infiltrated our fan base on a cameo appearance.
Yeah, I saw this.
We will not see a Super Bowl champion this year.
No, stop.
This is right out of the page of that jackass down in New Orleans. Eagles all around.
No.
Eagles.
Eagles. That doesn't compare to this guy. This Bagel Boss idiot is an attention whore. He's trying to, maintain his 15 minutes of fame. He's trying to stretch that out as long, if you call it fame, and that's debatable, as long as possible. So he's doing this cameo. You know what this cameo stuff is?
Oh, yeah.
Half the people on Cameo are like Z-list celebrities that are just trying to collect like $10 per hit for these stupid shout-outs, which is basically all it is, a video shout-out from a Z-list celebrity.
There's a radio...
Think this really registers with people?
Listen, I exhausted this early this morning, okay? I looked at some of the lists of the people on here. Pauly Shore is on here.
That's what I'm talking about.
There is a radio host who you have never heard of, and you've been around radio longer than me. There's a radio host that I never heard of, and I know you've never heard of.
A sports guy?
I think so. He's at the bottom of the list. He charges $1 per cameo.
$1 per cameo.
He's done 56 videos.
Think about
this
that.
This guy's made 56. That's $56 more than you or me have made today.
$56.
Hey, you know what? That's taxes. Hey, think about how many frozen lattes that'll get you.
Oh, yeah.
You and your frozen frappuccinos that you drink every day.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't touch any of that stuff. Now, listen, like you think that, like, Skip Bayless doesn't even register to me when he says things about the Eagles or says things about Philadelphia. You think this guy actually registers? This idiot who probably makes like 50 cents a call and he puts on an Eagles jersey. He doesn't even know the Eagles fight song.
I want you to listen to this because this is the moment right now where you hear this, Harry, the moment in which the Philadelphia Eagles season dies, okay? This is a jackass, the Bagel Boss, who is wearing a Deshaun Jackson jersey, all right? Now, he charges $50 for this.
Really?
Yes.
Some idiot paid him $50 for this.
Well, we need to explore this because it's not just Bagel Boss who's under fire, all right? Because you can't do a Cameo app unless somebody hires you for it. Now, this is the moment, I want you to hear it, in which everything went dark.
Yo, Anthony D, Chrissy B, the Bagel Boss in the house. I heard you now, the one confident Good for you. I am so honored that I inspired you. You have no idea when I read it. And it's your birthday in August 3rd. Happy birthday. Fly, Eagles, fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. And $, You ain't got my boss or my father.
Harry, season's over.
Oh, stop.
They won't even make the playoffs.
This guy is so worthless and so irrelevant that he doesn't even qualify for a jinx.
That's the point. It happened down. Do you remember that Eagles home
I
run?
know that.
That guy ruined us.
Well, they weren't winning anyway.
The Saints put the Eagles in the ground 42-7.
They weren't winning that game anyway.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even a
come on.
game. All right, what's
Stop.
worse? What do you? Let's listen to this. What do
All
you
right.
think's worse?
Eagles all around. Eagles all around now. Wentz is on the field. He's bringing them down. Jeffrey's across the middle saying, touchdown. Giants in the goal. You don't know.
At least that guy's making up his own words
I
to
can't
a
hear it.
song
I
in his
can't
head.
hear any more of this.
The idiot Bagel Boss was trying to do the Eagles fight song. He doesn't even know it.
No, he was doing Fly, Robin, Fly. That Redman turned into a song, Superman Lover.
Okay, great. I'm
All right.
glad I don't know that one either.
Well, you don't.
He was trying to do Fly, Eagles, Fly, I thought.
Well, right, but the tune in which he did, like, Fly, Eagles, Fly, that's Fly, Robin, Fly. All right, that's the song that he was doing. He's an idiot, a jackass, and we're done. All right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, this is going to be a citywide jinx. You
I
won't
am not
even,
in fear of this.
Sixers are going to get bounced out in the second round. The Phillies aren't going to make. Everybody's talking about the Phillies. They've won 6 of 9. The Cardinals have won 7 of 9. And the Giants have won 17 of 20.
Yeah, the Giants are the hottest team maybe in baseball.
Maybe.
right
I
now.
think they are, right?
I mean, you got to always
17
figure
of
the
20.
Yankees, too. But, 17 of 20 when they were basically had last rights.
They were dead.
you were
I had
thinking they
this
were going
up.
to trade everybody.
I had it up earlier in the night. I think I closed it down. But at one point, they were like 37 and 42 or something like that, or 32 and 47, something along those lines, where it was just ridiculous. And they've come, maybe it was 32 and 47, 15 games under 500. They've won 17 of 20. And now you see where they are.
They're like legitimately in the wild card.
Yeah, and Bumgarner's like, I don't want out.
Right,
I don't
no.
want to be traded. There's
No.
something special going on. Yeah, Big Panda, fat ass, hit a home run last night and won the game. They've won 6 extra inning games since the All-Star break. I don't think any other team in baseball has won more than 2.
It's pretty amazing. It really is. But,
Well, that's the
this,
point of
this guy does not qualify. He's not even jinx worthy. He's not even mush worthy.
well,
He is so
We're
irrelevant.
in trouble.
I'm telling you, when you saw this, when I saw this, I'm like, Eytan needs to go kick the crap out of this guy for sure now. Like, just
It's not gonna be me.
put him out.
no, because I'm afraid that I'll put like some razor blade or like an extra D battery or something in the glove.
You'll put a Seth Bullock beating on him.
Yeah,
right.
I
You'll
don't
have to
trust
pull him off
myself.
you before you kill him.
Seriously, I don't trust myself at all. Not at all, man. 609-403-0973 is the text board. And listen, the Phillies are, I don't want to downplay what they're doing because we've seen now a pretty impressive run by them. I just don't know if, it's not separate from what's happening around them. You've got the Cardinals that are really clicking right now. Mm-hmm. You've got the Giants, who, as you said, are the hottest team in baseball. So the Phillies have basically put themselves back in the discussion. Like, all this hot play has put themselves back in a discussion of that second wild card. But what are you really looking for as far as, what is your expectation this season? Do you have any?
I mean,
Or is this really just getting you until preseason action in the NFL?
This gets me. Yes, I'm hoping this gets.
So you
me
don't
to-
have anything.
to
You don't have-
preseason game 3. Would I like to see the Phillies make the wild card? Of course, I'd like to see them have a chance to win a wild card game and get into an NL division series. Of course, I'd love to see that, but I don't want to sacrifice 1 or 2 of the remaining gems in their farm system to do it. That I don't want to do because I want that kid at Double-A, that third baseman. I want him on the team next year.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree, man.
So I don't want them, sacrificing developing prospects. If you want to give away low-level prospects, and some team will give you, a starting pitcher, I don't know that you're going to get Matthew Boyd for anything,
Michael
like
Boyd?
that. No, yeah, that was a discussion yesterday on the show. There was some confusion as to Matthew Boyd or Michael Boyd. It was kind of funny.
You know what it sounded like? I tell you, and I brought this up one time to Zach, and I think Zach's just the nicest guy that he didn't go with it enough. But I told you about that one moment in which it reminded me of that one moment where Joe Stazak was interviewing Zach Berman
and
could not get what Zach Berman did correct. and it was a page right out of Russo where Zach kept correcting him and Joe kept saying something completely different. And then Joe, he's such a great dude, right?
Yeah.
He wanted to get it right.
Right.
So he's like, oh, I'm sorry. It was like, it must have taken 60 to 75 seconds to get that thing right and go back. It reminded me of that because Jeff kept apparently like tripping up.
And then you got another 90 seconds of the question that
of course.
the big dog would want to ask of Zach. That's great.
Zach, man, I miss the big dog.
Oh, me too.
All right, so that's a good point you raise about the Philadelphia Phillies right now, and I think you can look at this where nobody should expect them to be heavy buyers because the long-term expectation. We'll chat with Bob from Crossing Broad today, 1 o'clock. We'll cross the streams with Tony Bruno and Miss Robin
They're
at 1:30.
pretty big favorites today on the road with Velasquez on the mound. I think they were like 140-something.
That's your boy, Vinny Velo,
Yeah,
man.
Vinny Velo. Actually, this morning it was 152. Maybe
So
it's
gone
come
up?
down. No,
I think it's 160.
No, 140.
Oh, 140, sorry.
Yeah.
Would you take that?
No,
You're out. Out on that?
totally out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Phillies are, I think, they're teetering right now. I mean, can't you, like, baseball as a whole.
Well, they got the Braves coming in this weekend.
Yeah, but,
So-
but think about that. Are we back to another barometer series? Like, this is going to be the series that's really going to tell you what you need to know.
Well, I mean, it's an opportunity for them to gain some ground and or, beat a legitimately good baseball team, right? And, maybe show the fans that, hey, if we get in a series, we get in a one-game series for a wild card, maybe we can win that and actually give you a divisional series. I mean, can you ask anything more of the team than that?
No.
That they just appear in the playoffs at this point? We knew they weren't a World Series contender. Even with the addition of Harper.
I get it.
I mean, nobody's beaten the Dodgers.
But I think
in the
that
National
when
League.
you came out, you're right. But when you came out at the start of the season and you had a lead, and now you're teetering on not making the playoffs as a whole, I think that's disappointing.
Well, yeah, it's disappointing because
I'm not going to bang the drum and say somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to go.
No, of course. You're right. I mean, when they made all those off-season moves and then capped it with the big acquisition of Bryce Harper, you're like, wow, now we got a lineup that can put together, 6-7 runs on any given night. And if you can do that, you can win a lot of games. You can win enough games to get in the playoffs. That's basically the way I looked at it.
Yes.
The lineup hasn't delivered. McCutcheon's loss was huge. Odubel Herrera, wasn't hitting well at the time, but he's capable of going on some nice streaks and, was a decent player for them. They lost all of that in the course of a couple of days, and the whole season seemed to turn. And Franco started out like a house on fire, and he was quickly extinguished.
Oh, man, we were really wrong on that one.
You know what I mean?
No, you're right, and that's what I think. Okay, so I think what you lay out, all those good reasons to be not belligerent at the end of the year, I think is why you don't pound the drum or bang the drum for somebody to be fired. But I still think that you can be disappointed with this team and not go full Yankees, which is, hey, the Yankees lost everybody and are the best team in the AL.
It's unbelievable what's going on
I don't
with
think
them
we've ever
because
seen that, right?
It's like everybody they call up is good. You know what I mean? Like everybody that comes up to fill in for these injured guys delivers. They might have had...
Normally the Yankees trade all those guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like they might have had, one or two guys that has come up or been acquired, whether it was in the off, like Tulowitzki. I mean, that was something that never materialized. There might be one other situation like that, and then one of the guys from the minor leagues comes up and hasn't really delivered. Other than that, everybody has just been awesome. It's unbelievable to see. And how about that game last night?
Yeah, that was.
I mean,
insanity. That's what I was watching.
I don't like 14-12 baseball games generally, but that was pretty incredible.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I found myself watching that game and just being on in the background and then turning into it while I was on, watching it as well.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good theater, man.
And that Minnesota team is pretty good. I mean, they hit a lot of home runs.
And they got Cleveland right on their heels, but, they're
that would be a good race.
That's the only race. I mean, the NL Central is the entire division, but that's barely a race because it's only two teams.
Right.
Everything else is a long shot.
Well, the A's and the Astros. The A's are still within reach of the Astros.
7-8 games?
And I think they play them coming up very soon. I mean, they're still within earshot of them.
Now, what's the run line for tonight?
I don't think they're going to catch them.
Because
EK
is it EKT 8750 on our Twitch channel, Mays and Eytan, says he'll take the over for tonight.
For today?
Oh, for today, sorry.
Yeah. It was like 10.5, I think, when I saw it this morning.
Okay, interesting.
On the over-under, is that what he's talking
Yeah.
about? I'll check again.
Would you hit that? I think over 10.5 at this point.
Oh, in that ballpark, though, you don't hit a lot of home runs. It's a hard ballpark to hit a lot of home runs.
But you can
straightaway center's like 420 or
right.
something.
I think if you just hit the ball hard, Phillies seem to be hitting it hard. What do you got? Some sort
I don't know
of virus?
what the hell's going on.
What did you
How did
open
this
up?
happen again?
I love it. You got virus.
I have virus protection. I have this
you open up
malware
the most random
protection
stuff.
thing.
What
it
is
was
going
on
on
Vegas Insider. I tried to go to Vegas Insider.
Something's going on with you, man. You keep clicking on things, malware. You keep adding
I have
it into
protection. You see the M?
Is that
I
malware
pay for
protection?
that. Yes.
What about spyware? Are you protected for that?
It does all that stuff.
You sure? What, malware is the umbrella?
Yeah. You know. Don't ask me these stupid questions.
How are you constantly?
Right, here it is.
Okay, here you go.
All right. Let's check.
It's just amazing that you're constantly getting these things because you don't click on any of that.
Okay, it's 10 now. It actually has gone down in some cases.
10 runs, man. I get
That's a
what
lot.
you're saying.
That's a lot.
You're telling me you can't get a 6-5 ball game today?
You could.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Vinny Velo blows up in the third
I don't
inning.
know how
You're
Vinny
telling me
Velo's favored by this much.
They're not high on the
I mean, this Jordan Zimmerman is going for the
Tigers.
Tigers, and his last couple of starts since July, in the month of July, he's given up 20 runs in 11 innings pitched. Now that could give you some overs.
Right.
I don't know if those were home or away games, but the pitching matchup isn't all that great today. I'm just going to stay away from it and hope that they win.
Let me ask you a question, right? And we're going to throw this out here on the text board, 609-403-0973. We can talk. You want to break down the minutia of the Phillies all you want. We're here for it. We also have something in the NFL that happened today before the show that I want to get your opinion on at 12:30.
Now, is this something down in the state of Florida?
No, it's something more in the Midwest. What happened in Florida?
Well, did you see Jalen Ramsey arriving for camp
Yeah.
with a Brinks truck?
Come on,
and
man.
he comes out of the back.
on.
Some guy's on a bullhorn announcing the arrival of the man,
Come on.
Jalen Ramsey, and all
Yeah,
of a
a
sudden
guy
the
that
doors bust open in the back, and here he comes.
Now, do you
Get
think that guy
money.
got paid for that?
Of course he did.
No, the bullhorn. The bullhorn guy. You think
I'm
so?
sure he's probably one of his crew.
Well, that's
that
what I'm
stands
saying.
to make more money once he gets this contract that he's looking for.
Okay, so indirectly he's on the payroll.
Yeah.
He didn't get kicked like an extra $200, like, hey, here's a stack of some 20s, come out and help me out. It's kind of like he's on the payroll.
He's probably on the payroll.
Okay.
Yeah, he's part of his crew.
Okay.
Like AI had crew thick.
Well,
right?
yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's Jalen Ramsey's crew thick guy.
Now, why am I not surprised that you like that?
I thought it was pretty funny.
See,
If that would be here, we would be going ballistic. Could you imagine that?
who would be the guy? Jalen Mills?
Right
No.
now they don't have anybody a guy that could do that. First of all, you got to be a stud, and you got to be a talker.
You know, but okay.
Now, who is it?
Yes, but I could also go the opposite route, which is a stud, but not known for being a talker. So let's say that you're still a stud.
But this guy is known for being.
No,
a talker,
I know,
Jalen
I know.
Ramsey.
But think about the comedic effect of a guy who's quiet but also a badass on the field coming out in a Brinks
Malcolm
truck.
Jenkins rolls into
Well-
camp because he's looking for a contract extension.
That's
and
something.
he pulls in one of these because he's.
No. He's got to go the opposite. He's got to come in like some beat-up Datsun.
Oh, okay.
You know, saying, listen, man, I got to feed. He's got to go full Spreewell.
Like,
I got to feed my family.
He's driving Jimmy Butler's old minivan.
Yeah,
The
seriously.
old minivan.
I'm coming in there, and I'm purposely, I'm stabbing a tire about a half a mile down the street from the NovaCare, coming in there on a busted tire, being like, listen, this is where I'm at right now. I need all the money I can get. No, my candidate for the guy to come in on the Brinks truck, based off the kind of opposite subtle effect, would be Fletcher Cox. Because Fletcher Cox, he doesn't really talk.
No,
but
not
he's
much.
got a lot of personality. Like you
He's
can tell.
climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife.
What?
What was that? What just happened? Josh, explain yourself.
Well, you're the guys who mentioned Antoine Dotson.
Did we?
Yes.
No, it was a Datsun car he was talking about. Oh, my God.
Wow. Normally it's one of us to take this show off the rails.
Jeez.
That was like a head-on collision. That was amazing. No, it's it's that he should show up in a Datsun car.
Like that was what Nissan was called before it was Nissan.
Right.
It was a Datsun.
Listen, I'm not gonna turn down the opportunity to listen to Antoine.
You just
Dotson.
aged yourself with that reference too.
I think I did. Well, but Josh is like 4 or 5 years younger than me, so we're technically in the same age group.
Well, Josh, were you aware that a Datsun was the Nissan before Nissan?
No.
Were you aware of Datsun as a car?
No.
Wow.
All right. Well, okay. You're also weird, though, right?
I am very weird. I mean, I can talk about it. I was having a conversation with my dad the other day about Yugos.
All right. Well, even still, like the guy could show up in a Yugo, not a Peugeot, but a Yugo, right?
Peugeot.
A Peugeot might give him away.
I like me some Peugeot.
No, I'm saying like a Peugeot might. You know who else is on the Cameo app? This guy Riff Raff. Okay.
Riff Raff.
Yeah, he's like some. It's like what? It's like the worst possible nightmare of like Eminem. It's like the lowest. It's like what Cardi B would be if it was Eminem.
Okay.
Like the complete low. It's awful. He's like this white guy. I'll show you what he looks like. He's awful.
I don't really need to see.
Awful music. He is the lowest rated guy on Cameo. He's got a ton of negative ratings.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at this guy.
Like, seriously,
Look at this guy.
Like Oh, okay. I've actually seen that guy.
That's
before.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
He looks like a poor man's Kevin Federline with tattoos.
Yeah. Okay. See, like the day comes when I have to resort to Cameo. I am totally out, and you will see me at your local driving range picking the range.
Listen, I think
All right.
I disagree. I think you and I should do a joint Cameo, and we should put it up there, and people can do.
I don't want to be associated with the other people that are up there.
Well, there are actually some real, like you've got Roger Clemens who charges $500. Roger Clemens does $500. Oh my God, Roger Clemens is $500.
Yeah, I wonder if Susan Waldman has requested a cameo from Roger.
Now, you could also have people send, like, hate shouts or something. We could have people line up and have us be like, hey, Joe Smith, if you don't shape up, Harry's going to come over there and hit you over the head with a putter. You can do all these different things.
No.
Think about it. We have a green screen behind us now coming up in the new studio.
I know you're the guy that loves to have like 45 different streams of income possibilities.
Well, yes.
I am not that guy.
But I don't even look at it like listen, you and I are not going to start a Cameo thing to get rich. I know that. Mm-hmm. But I think that if
my point is, why do it?
Because we could charge $25 a hit.
Really?
Yes. I honestly think. Now, I'm going to throw this out there. At Harry Mays to you at Shander Shows. And, of course, all the streams are up. Facebook Live, at Periscope's the Shander Show feed for today. And, of course, our Mays and Eytan Twitch channel where we'll be crossing the streams an hour from now with Tony Bruno. Bob from Crossing Broad at 1 o'clock. But I guarantee you. And, listen, it's not me. I'm not saying it's me. It's us. So for the idiots out there, that only follow Harry, that just can't wait to jump on me, I'm telling you, it's a Mays and Eytan thing. Mm-hmm. But you and I, putting ourselves up there as a joint thing on Cameo, we could charge $25. Absolutely $25. And say we're open to everything.
Open to everything.
Well, I mean, you and I.
Speak for yourself.
Well, listen, I'm saying as far as, like, saying things. We're not going to say anything that's going to get us in trouble. Like, we can't physically threaten somebody. We can't say anything that's bigoted, right? I mean, I'm thinking of the obvious stuff. Like, there are a couple of obvious things you can't say. But we could probably easily curse on there.
Yeah. Well,
we curse
the
on
Bagel
Derailed.
Boss cursed a few times.
I mean, that helps his brand.
Yeah. Now, we also have to start soliciting from the audience for this idea that we have to find out the best sports bars in the area, both Philadelphia and South Jersey, Atlantic City,